JP, why are we excited by Trump's polling numbers? Yes, I know you're going to say this, and that's excellent, JP. Why are we excited by Trump's polling numbers? The deep state is hell-bent on throwing him in prison. Political prisoners can be kept in prison without due process. They can do this to Trump. Actually, I don't think they can. So, first of all, I don't think you can put a president in prison because he's protected by the Secret Service. Robert Barnes has an interesting thing on this. If he were in prison, it would be house imprisonment. It wouldn't be an actual federal prison, as I understand it. Number one, just putting that in perspective. But no, granted, the deep state is doing everything it possibly can to thwart this, but they can't. I mean, Jonathan Turley, my namesake, has pointed out constitutionally, we can elect a person in prison for president. The people decide who's the president, not a bunch of unelected bureaucrats and deep state operatives. We decide. So there's nothing they can do to stop us from electing him as president, as I understand. There's nothing they can do to stop it. The key here is the soaring poll numbers show that people aren't buying the indictments. They're not buying the deep state's attempt at thwarting Trump. So the hope was, and this is where I think the Republican operatives were whispering serpently in DeSantis's ear, hey, all these indictments, they're going to bring Trump down. The only way that would work is if people kind of said, all right, yeah, well, now he's been indicted. Yeah, he should definitely, I can't support him anymore. They actually thought that was going to happen, that people were going to turn their backs en masse on Trump once he started getting indicted. And the opposite is happening. He's getting more popular. Whereas Biden, the more evidence that's amounting with his corruption, the less popular he's getting. So it's this inverse correlative going on there. So I would argue it's evidence that the deep state is their narratives and their shenanigans are not working. They're not working. They're not swaying the mass of public sentiment. And all they're doing in the end is undermining their own legitimacy. And as Victor Davis Hanson argued, I mean, you don't have a state without legitimacy. I mean, you can have a tyranny for a while, but even Eastern Europe and Soviet Union found out fairly quickly that those tyrannies without the trust of the people collapse. So there you go, JP. So I hear you. I know it's frustrating. And again, you guys know this channel does focus on the brighter side of things, but the brighter side of things is a legitimate version. So what you want to do is take what I'm giving you, weigh it out, make sure you have a balance there. But I just think the deep state they're going to be absolutely thwarted in trying to thwart Trump from getting elected. They're going to do everything they can. And again, they may in 2024, let everybody know this, they may win in 2024, but they may win on the surface. But what Hanson is arguing is in terms of the moral legitimacy needed for an effective and sustainable governance erodes. And so in the end, they lose either way. That's in the end. If you suffer from daily pain, I need you to listen to this message very carefully. As we age, aches and pains are normal, and we're all searching for effective ways to relieve pain. And in light of this opioid crisis, safety is more important than ever. And that's where a groundbreaking medical scientist comes in, Clint Winters. Now, you've seen Clint on Fox. You've read about him in Forbes. He's a world-renowned health expert who's unveiled a natural pain reliever that's taking the world by storm. It's called CB2, the 100% drug-free way to get full-body pain relief without dangerous meds. It's the go-to pain reliever for hundreds of professional athletes, tens of thousands of seniors, and the pain reliever of choice for the UFC. Gang, I got to tell you, I was skeptical about this, but it works. It's like all of my daily pain just faded away. My back, neck, joints all feel great and renewed. And the best news, CB2 has no documented side effects after years in private testing. It's absolutely the future of pain relief. Just ask the athletes and the UFC. It's their official pain reliever. So whatever you do, make sure to click on that link below and check out Clint's amazingly informative report on how Kano CB2 is changing lives by providing safe and powerful relief at a fraction of the cost of pain pills. Click on that link below right now. Generalissimo! Why does it seem that the 2020 thing is on the back burner for many? Many seem to not want to use every tool necessary. Yeah, no, I'm with you. Again, I think it hurt us in 2022. We talked about that ad nauseum with ballot harvesting. So I'm with you, Generalissimo. Whoever gets the Republican nomination, whoever gets a shoe in at this point is going to have a mass strategy to make sure 2020 never, ever happens again. And they're going to have to bring in the brightest minds and you name it. Again, the good news is we have people like Musk and so forth on our side. So it's very different than 2020 in that sense, in terms of social media, geography, as it were. And just even the latest ruling by the federal judge that's making it illegal for Biden's communication wing to be having contact with social media outlets. I don't know if you saw that. That happened 2 days ago. That's pretty impressive. That's really neat. The media flipped out over that one. So it's not the same landscape as it was in 2020, but it's still against us. And we have to step up to the challenge. Absolutely. And with patriots like you insisting on it, we'll do it. But you need to be there. Again, keep in mind, Democrats are on their heels, particularly with the Senate. Democrats are defending 23 Senate seats, more than twice as many as Republicans. So they are on there, just like we were in the last election. We were defending 2 out of every 3 seats or so were having to be defended by a Republican in 2022 in the Senate, and we only lost 1 in the end. Now it's with the Democrats. It's a 2-to-1 advantage for Republicans. They only have 11 seats up for re-election or open, 23 seats for the Democrats, and that's in places like West Virginia and Montana and Ohio. I mean, really deep red places. So they're in trouble. They're definitely in trouble there. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But great point, Generalissimo. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you.